Got a couple. I'm going to start with something that I think you're going to like.
Oh,
Okay,
go on.
It's a dinosaur story.
Oh,
you ready?
Yeah, I'm interested already.
This is about the retired GP who has helped find 2 new species of dinosaur during lockdown when we were all just like, I don't
Laid
know.
on the sofa.
Exactly,
Yeah.
watching box sets. He went out at the age of 64. This is Jeremy Lockwood, who is a retired GP turned paleontologist. 2 different types of dinosaurs, as I mentioned. He retired from working in general practice in the Midlands 7 years ago, and he's discovered one dinosaur which, you know, has been reported and has now had a massive report written up about it. The second species he has nicknamed, and this is my favourite name ever for a dinosaur. Are you ready? It's now known as the horned crocodile-faced hell heron. So
wow.
I can only imagine what that looks like.
Scary,
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Does what it says on the tin.
But he's done really well. In 2 years, he basically immersed himself in fossil hunting on the Isle of Wight.
And how does he know that they're new?
Well, he's had them all checked by experts, and he's now one of the experts himself. He examined many hundreds of bones in the Natural History Museum and the Dinosaur Isle Museum, and he identified a clear outlier with an enormous bulbous nose.
Wondered where you were going there.
Yes.
Good on him. What a good
marvellous.
way to spend lockdown, frankly, as well. There's a kind of a music theme to some of the newspapers as well this morning. So we're going to talk about this a little later in the programme. That David Bowie's managed to sell his entire back catalogue for quite a lot of money, £185 million. And it's not the first artist to have done it. He's not the first artist to have done it, or certainly the legacy of it. But down the bottom, you might notice Madonna's son, Rocco Ritchie, has painted some of this, we think, because apparently it's a secret exhibit and he's not put his name to them. But the giveaway is that Madonna attended the exhibition of this unknown artist. So a lot of speculation that this is some of his work, and it is flying off the shelves. It's doing pretty well, apparently. So this impressionist type painting, it's said to be inspired by Picasso. But music also in the headlines elsewhere, because this year's charts dominated by many British artists, but not many of them particularly new. So Queen, Elton John, Adele, Ed Sheeran, all at the top of the English or the UK streaming charts, and also globally. So doing pretty well, yet there is a lot of concern in the papers about how much the artists are getting paid, because streaming rising to a new high. We're all streaming it rather than buying CDs or vinyl or whatever. But the artists once again complaining that they're not making enough money from it, and the streaming giants keeping too much of the cash.
But I guess the people at the top of the pile are making quite a lot.
Quite possibly.
Yes.
I think that's often how it works.
Yes.
Yeah.